I do appear for one Desire, a Rwandese national, came to this country, started a business where international merchants have deposited to the tune of Kenya shillings 300 million in the bank accounts of Stayonline, which the trial court froze. The accused person has been pretending that is his money. You know, the freeze order is lapsing in 14 days, tomorrow. And technically, my Shakaola brother is telling you, I'll bring him on Monday. The subject matter will have disappeared. The accused is hovering around UBA bank, hoping that my good brother will allow him to breathe so that tomorrow all the 300 million shillings disappears. It is critical that the accused takes plea for the state to move to preserve the money as exhibits. And that is the mischief my good brother is telling you. Let us deal with it next week. You are now one. I want my good brother to show us where advocates lift warrants without the presence of an accused person. It has never happened. The accused person must be here alive for you to see this is the accused person, for the warrant to be lifted. It is not a warrant against Mr. Clifford Mbeta. It is a warrant specific to one Koome. If an injustice was occasioned to that accused person, he should appear before you. He can't send counsel to come and lift a warrant with allegations. Your Honor, my instructions is that let the accused person appear before you, object to taking plea, and they raise those issues when he's present before you. The provision, the law allows him to object taking plea, and you make a determination whether he is properly before you to take plea. Number two, Your Honor, my good brother was not here, and I agree. He was never served. That is not a point of departure. It's true, he was never served. Return, Your Honor, to the proceedings of that day, where the warrants were issued. Luckily, I was present. It was one counsel, Samson Berry, who was served. Tactfully, Nyaberi is not present in court. The same friend of ours, still in Shakahola, wrote a letter, which will be introduced later, to the DCI, dated 4th October 2023. It says, we refer to the aforementioned and to our summons requiring the above named to appear before you for an inquiry today, the 4th October 2023. This is to kindly request for a deferral of the summons to the 24th October 2023 with a view of escorting him to your offices. Reason being that our Mr. Nyaberi and Mr. Ombeta shall be available then. That letter will be forwarded to the court. My brother cannot take blame here. He was never served. So it is academic for him to appear before you and tell you there was no service. The letter from my brother Nyaberi is not a court order. The DCI ignored it. And that is why plea was registered. The mischief for 24th, you know, in that letter, is the same mischief they are saying. By that time, the money will have disappeared. You and I urge the court to protect the bank, UBA, which is an international bank, being dragged into this mess. You protect international investors so that this country, investors will have confidence that the judicial process and the criminal process protects everybody equally. Lastly, Your Honor, lifting of the warrant, what net effect will it have? Is telling the DCI that the order they came to freeze and now the warrants issued will completely destroy the morale of the police from looking for his client, for the client. Mr. Cliff should bring the client here if he's within the country. That is not even, we are not sure whether he's within the country. If he's innocent, let him walk to court and address you that I am one Kirimi, this is my money, and freeze it and I go away with my money. He has gone to the goods. By conduct and implication, his behavior attests to the mischief that my brother Cliff wants you to condone. I urge the warrants to be enforced until the accused person appears before you. And Your Honor, protect the integrity of these proceedings, because if the money goes, that charge sheet will be academic. That charge sheet will be academic. We are here. Mr. Cliff can call his client. We are here. He can take plea now, or Cliff can object to plea, and that is the time you can give a ruling on that. That is all, Your Honor.